Welcome, everybody. We are not the Thong Twins. We are the Shoot Brothers, the one and only Shoot Brothers podcast. Mike the Shoot Shepherd, joined by Cameron Brother Osborne.
I'm here.
We got a big episode, big weekend of wrestling. Every single championship in the WWE is on the line in one way or another. And, of course, Raw and SmackDown, all trivia, all the fun sections, Wrestler of the Week, King of the Ring is going on as well at the same time. So we're going to get to all of that.
I'm so excited because this weekend, all 27 WWE championships are going to be on the line.
Yeah. And you never know. They could pop up a new one in between.
They could just make a new one. The Clash of Champions champion.
The 12/3.5 title.
You know, it's like the 24/7, but it's actually only defended during work hours. The 9 to 5 title.
Guy naps a lot.
You know?
Yeah, there you go. 9 to 5. That's better. But anyways, before we get right into the world of wrestling.
Around the ring, 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 around the ring.
You and we talked a bit outside of the show, the Khabib fight. You watched that fight. I watched that fight. How did you enjoy it?
That's correct. Yeah. You know, I had the timing off from whatever the heck I said last week, but I was still watching it no matter what. It wasn't until I think my phone was charging, kind of like in the other room, when you texted me and you're like, "Yo, the fight's going on right now." I'm like, "Yeah." What did I say?
Sure. Yeah, just in case. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Like imagine, I'm trying to wake. I'm waking up.
Yeah, it was kind of fun though. The different time zone having a big main event going on at like 4 p.m.
This was fantastic, because the only caveat to the UFC events in North America are just that like you're up at 12:30 watching your main event.
Yeah, the main event's not on. Yeah, till 12:31 But I'm Biv. I was rooting for Khabib in this one, and he definitely dominated. He proved why he's the man.
A dominant performance.
Yeah, no,
he's
I think that's why I like him so much, because he's like a wrestler fighter. You know, he wrestles a lot. He's just great. He could beat a bear up if he wanted to.
Yeah, he is. No, he used to fight bears. That's his whole shtick. That's Khabib's whole shtick, is that he used to fight bears and
make them tap out.
Yeah, it was a great fight. He's gonna keep rolling. It's because who's gonna take him, right?
Exactly.
Tony Ferguson, but even that, it sort of seems like any fight right now is just like, well, Tony Ferguson's just gonna lose.
Yeah, and then after that, it's either
like Cowboy Cerrone, like Donald Cerrone's just gonna lose. Yeah. We're just at this point right now.
GSP, bring him back one more fight.
What, to lose?
Exactly. Well, yeah. No one's gonna beat Khabib. That's what I want him to be, undefeated. He can be like Money Mayweather. Streak.
He's just gonna keep going. He's just gonna keep going. It's a great fight though.
Yeah. Anyways, on to some AEW.
AEW. All Elite. They coming for you, Vince. Better watch out. It's too sweet.
The World Championship title was recovered successfully. So after the brief.
Yeah, I was reading those stories.
Yeah. So I don't know. Apparently, it was found on the side of the road in some bag by like some old couple, and at first they just took it home. They didn't quite know what to do, and there's some speculation that maybe it wasn't stolen after all. They just kind of left it on the hood of the car and drove away. Who knows?
Yeah,
he was having a little too much bubbly that night.
The story was that like he goes to like an Outback Steakhouse or something and leaves it
Jericho.
after a huge fight. Why not head on down to the Outback? Where this was great. I'm glad he found it. I'm glad they turned it into something fun for everybody. In that same kind of way.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll mention it in some promos and storylines. Someone will be like, you can't even keep hold of that title. How are you gonna defend it?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't even hold on to it. What are you gonna blah blah blah?
Exactly.
And of course you caught all the bubblies. Now you know what I'm talking about.
I saw that. Yeah, the meme is in full force right now. There's T-shirts, all the bubbly shits.
I did it all for the bubbly. Come on, the bubbly. He if you follow the Talk is Jericho show, he just put out an episode. I haven't listened to it yet. I don't know if I will. It's just sitting there, in my podcast app. But it's yeah, I guess he's just talking about the making of a viral, catchphrase. I think that
Yeah,
was
he's got a bunch
that
of
was the
them.
name of the episode, because the additional description says that whole backstage thing was all like planned, and it's referencing something, and I'm sure he was thinking about it a little bit, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he's got the title back, so there we go.
That's great. That's great, because we television's about to start, and we need to see that.
Yeah,
thing.
we needed that nice
'Cause
shiny belt.
There's
Slitter.
a title match on that night, right?
A women's title match.
Women's
on the-
title match. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
My mistake.
But he is defending it on the weekly show, I think like a couple weeks later. It's debuting soon, man. Sneaking up on you. It's like the same night as the NHL season opener.
October
Everything's good.
2nd, dude. So,
Yeah.
man, you know what? The other day, I think it was last week, last Wednesday, and I'm just walking down the street, and there's a couple of restaurants that have televisions. They're just kind of playing news loops or whatever it is, and I look at one of the televisions, and it's playing TNT. And I guess
Wow.
whatever the hell is on TNT, whatever is currently on TNT right now at 8 p.m.,
Yeah.
that's what they were watching, right? Some drama, some comedy. I'm not too sure, but I couldn't help but thinking, like, you know what? In 3 weeks, there's going to be a wrestling show right now
Yeah.
on TNT, which I'm very excited for. I hope to watch. I'm going to see what my schedule looks like, but damn, I'd love to just like sit there and watch it.
Just stop at this place.
Stop
Hey,
at this
guys.
place. Why not?
You guys
Say, like,
got
hey,
it.
They already
Old
got
school.
TNT.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. You could just, yeah,
I can help the ratings out myself. That's all I know how to do.
exactly. You might save that business. You'll start a gathering. Groups will start coming in to watch the wrestling. It'll be a new hangout spot.
The man who saved AEW.
Yeah. They'll rename the restaurant to Cameron's.
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go.
You never know. You never know.
All right. Dave Meltzer, he gave out two over 5-star ratings this weekend for those matches we talked about. So pretty much just justifying our opinions for us.
Yes, our respective favorite matches from that incredible weekend.
Yeah, the ladder match and the Walter Tyler Bates. So yes, just validating our opinions,
And
which
you,
is what.
and you know what, Mike? I still have not watched the Walter and Tyler Bate match. I'm going to get around to it.
You have until December 31st.
Why?
Well, whenever we do. Our end of
Oh,
the year
yes.
show. It may be relevant. It may come up again.
It may need to come up in what did we call them last? The shooties.
The shooties.
the year-end Shoot Brother Awards.
Yeah,
we'll have to go
that's
back
so
and remember what all those categories were, so we can keep them.
Yeah.
We might need to go
And
back
we'll-
and listen to that episode so we can
the unreleased episode. I don't know, it was.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think it was. I think that was unreleased. So,
I mean, we have a copy of it somewhere.
but
Yeah,
it'll
the-
still be the second annual, although it'll be the first. Although it'll be the first of the listeners. Very excited.
The
for
first
the
one
year-end.
was a dark match. It was on.
Yeah. You need to subscribe to the network if you want that match.
Yeah.
For sure.
My final bit of news before we get to the show.
Woo.
So next week it's sneaking up on us as well. So NXT is debuting on television next Wednesday, and Triple H was talking about 205 Live probably becoming a part of the NXT brand and how the cruiserweight title could be seen as more meaningful and given more spotlight on that show. So let's see. I think that'd be the good thing to do. Just absorb the 205 Live roster and yeah.
It's a good point. I mean, it sort of seems, and it's what we've been saying, or what we've been asking ourselves for a little while now when it comes to the guys like Johnny Gargano and Adam Cole. Like, they are smaller than Vince dudes.
Yeah.
There's no, this every match would be a David versus Goliath if NXT guys, keep coming up, and then cruiserweight guys are at least like the same size and are doing the same shit and can take the same bumps that these guys are doing, right? So it's a good move.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes next week. I'll definitely be checking out NXT next week to see the debut.
Because NXT next week it's now 2 hours opposed 1, right?
Yeah, and they have announced a couple matches. Roddy Strong's getting another shot at that North American title. So can we finally see the prophecy complete?
The prophecy.
They tease it. They always get close, but there's always one that doesn't make it. So Roddy, come on.
We're waiting, bud. We're waiting on you. Let's go.
Let's go to New York City
We're live. We're live from the Garden.
The Garden, the most famous arena in the world. The Madison Square Garden, yeah. And
How did it
Start
become?
off the show.
How did it become the most famous? How do you?
I don't know,
How do
I
you think
guess-
that happened?
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just gave himself that name, and they're like, all right.
They just kind of
It's a
happened.
huge city, one of the biggest cities, one of the big arenas. Anyways, MSG. Who bigger to start off the show than Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah.
Big pop.
Nothing says crowd service like
Yeah.
the rattlesnake coming
You
down.
break that glass. Yeah, the people are going nuts. He just gets in. He gets right to it. He just gets some beer right away. Why not? Why wait? Has a couple brews, and he grabs the microphone, starts telling some stories, all the past at MSG, fighting Bret Hart, Undertaker, giving Vince his first stunner. But we do have some business to get down to, so he brings out Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins. We got that Universal Championship contract signing. So Seth says, nobody's stabbing anyone in the back. I'm the champ. I'm going to stay that way. So he signs it. Then Braun says his little piece. He likes being tag champ, but he's going to love being Universal champ. And he's going to open his own can of whoop ass. And you're going to get these hands. And then he uses those hands to sign the contract.
You're gonna get these hands on a piece of paper and a pen.
Yeah. But then our man, everybody's buddy, AJ Styles and the OC come out to interrupt. And AJ does a little Stone Cold impression there. Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Just making fun of him. He's got a couple good impressions, AJ, when he gets all going.
AJ, he's a fan first, you know.
Yeah. And then, he just starts insulting him. He calls him an old man, tells him to sit down, and crowd chants asshole at AJ. And then just to clarify, Austin tells him that 18,000 people are calling him asshole. And that was uncensored, a hard a-hole. They don't usually
That's a good
they
point.
don't usually say the whole part.
You can say ass, you can
Yeah.
say hole, but you
Yeah,
can't say asshole.
Like, I don't even think during the Attitude, the crowd would chant asshole all the time, but I don't remember a guy saying asshole so clearly on the mic.
It's the hard H. Hole.
And then AJ says, you know what, Steve, in your old age, you've turned into a real asshole. So they're letting these bombs fly
Two
tonight.
uncensored assholes.
These H bombs are going. And then he even called him an old fart after that. So
Wow.
that crossed the line. Stone Cold moves the table out of the way. So Braun and Seth, they jump the OC. Seth goes for the curb stomp, but AJ avoids it, and he's laughing. And then he turns around into the Stone Cold Stunner. Huge pop. Some more beers to celebrate. No Fiend, unfortunately.
He's just catching these beers. It's wild.
Oh, yeah, he's
Like,
amazing.
he's
Like,
so-
just one-handed.
Like just one hand. I do not have that
Yeah.
beer catching.
Like,
confidence.
he can have a beer in his hand already and still catch
and still
another
somehow
one with, like,
catch
two fingers.
it. Yeah. How are his hands huge? I
He's
don't
got
get
the
it.
claw. He's just...
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I
Well, it's
agreed.
like those guys that can just palm a basketball, no problem. They just like catch it in their fingertips. And
Bloop. How'd you do that? How'd you? And oh my god! And also, have you ever smashed two cans together? I haven't, but I imagine it's kind of difficult to make them explode.
and it's a waste of beer. I mean,
Is it beer?
I think it's real beer, but he's only drinking about like a couple sips out of each of them. He smashes it and then he lets a bunch of it drip down his shirt.
A
and
big
spits them in the crowd.
foamy sip.
Yeah,
Nothing-
So if he's cracking open 10 beers, he might have the equivalent to like one.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
But it's all for good fun here. And AJ Styles, he stays in the ring because he's got a match against the hot streak of Cedric Alexander. So no real time to recover from that stunner here. Cedric is all pissed off because the OC attacked him last week, costing him that King of the Ring match. So Cedric looks great again here. He has AJ right where he wants him, but then Gallows and Anderson jump in, cause the DQ. But then, they're beating on Cedric, but the Viking Raiders come out to make the save. So, they're
I guess,
they're
sure,
flip-flopping
okay.
all over the place. Yeah, but at least they're feuding with someone. At least it's not some jobbers. So,
At least, yeah, it was a weird save. I always find, when someone comes out to save somebody else, I get what, to setting up, and we haven't had this in a long time, setting up the main event 5-on-5 tag.
Yeah.
We actually haven't had this sort of style in a long time, get all the faces on the
which is-
show.
yeah, it's been refreshing.
Like
But it's
I get why they do it. I just it seems weird that people like the Viking Raiders would come out and help, although they are
Yeah.
also the faces of the tag division. It's like, why would they do it? Why do
And
they
the
give a
consistency.
shit?
Like sometimes people will come out and rescue people, and sometimes someone will be getting the beating of their life, and no one comes out at all.
And no one comes out. You know,
It's
where
just
were you
like-
then? What have you done for me
Yeah.
lately?
Yeah. But Roman Reigns comes out for a quick little Connor's Cure segment, and they bring out a bunch of little sick kids for a little pop. So good for the kids.
Yeah, it's Connor's Cure month, I guess, or however.
Yeah, I don't know
however-
exactly,
However that works.
but,
yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. That was Roman's segment. Then we get a women's tag team match. Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks and Bayley.
Yes.
This
yes.
was- Yeah, this was a good back and forth match. They both got some offense in. Sasha Bayley tried using their heel tactics, but Charlotte ends up hitting her natural selection on Bayley to get the win for her and Becky. So I don't know. Is Charlotte a babyface now? I can't tell.
Who knows? I think she kind of flip flops, and they just
Yeah.
let us know. This was great. You know, a match this big on the Madison Square Garden stage is great. You know, we have this 4 horsewomen thing. That's always gonna
Yeah.
it's always gonna be lingering. But you know, this 2-on-2, who hates who?
Yeah, and they are the 4 top of the division. 4 women at the top.
You know,
so,
we are
yeah.
sliding back into this, and we haven't gotten. It seems like we haven't gotten out of this in a while. It just sort of shifts focus on, and it's been going on for the past couple of months of every single title being involved with every single other title, or like the feeling of that. Right? There was this. You know, we're currently in this Universal title, Raw tag title thing. Where
Yeah.
it's like the same party, and then why is AJ at that party? You know, and we and then you know, kind of shifting focus to now it's like now we have the Raw and the SmackDown women's titles in a
Yeah.
thing, but they're buddies with the people who they're going up against for the opposite title. It's just like this. Hey, how do we split this shit up? Buddy Murphy
Yeah.
hasn't been on TV the last 2 weeks. How do we split this shit up?
Yeah, after that hot streak he had. Yeah,
He had
he's
the
been
hot
missing a bit.
streak. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we miss him. We've noticed he's been gone, but
That's what I'm saying. I would have much rather this main eventing the show opposed
Yeah,
that
that
10-man
10-man
tag. But I get why they have to do it.
yeah, like this match makes sense because they're all on the pay-per-view, but like the Viking Raiders and I guess just the Viking Raiders aren't. Everyone else has a match, but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. They just needed bodies to throw in there, so that's what they did with them.
2 beefy bodies.
Yeah, a lot of beef.
Throw those Vikings in there.
But 2 lean, beefy guys here are. Yeah, we got a good lucha match up next. Rey Mysterio versus Gran Metalik, and this is pretty much the biggest match of Metalik's career on the main roster. Like this was a singles match against the Legend.
Not getting jobbed out to someone.
Yeah, no,
It's
he
amazing.
actually got to last like more than a minute. This was a fun, fast lucha style match. Lots of flipping. Metalik hit a big plancha over the top rope, landed hard on Ray's head, kind of like bent his neck and stuff. Looked
Yeah.
kind of nasty.
I'd love it if there was one lucha style match. Just keep it quick.
Yeah, I mean, you got like a dozen. Like this is so much better than Lucha House Party just going out there. Because I bet there's a bunch of people who couldn't even tell me all. Like, do you know all 3 members of Lucha House Party?
No, I think this was a trivia question one week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
Gran
what I mean.
Metalik,
Like,
and then there's a guy named there's Kalisto,
yeah,
and
Kalisto's the most. Yeah,
and then the third guy is
he's the hardest.
I think he's another one namer though, right?
2-namer.
Oh, he's a 2-namer. Who is it?
Yeah. Lindsay Dorado.
Dorado. See,
But yeah, he's the least featured. But no, this was good for Metalik. He looked good here, but Ray survived that near neck crank, and eventually he hits the 619 and Frog Splash for the win. But a good match, good feature for Gran Metalik, and maybe he'll get the treatment that Cedric and Ali and those guys. Maybe he's the next cruiserweight to get some to get a little push.
like short of Rey Mysterio, which other masked wrestler climbed the ranks of WWE
Yeah,
on a
Kane?
scale? On a scale large.
Yeah, I'd say Kane, unless you're just counting like Lucha mask.
I didn't. I was counting. I was thinking lucha masks.
Yeah, so
Kane,
definitely
Kane
Ray.
is a
I
good.
mean-
Kane's good.
But Kalisto for a little while, like Kalisto was U.S. champ. He's been tag champ. He's been cruiserweight champ. But he's never been a main eventer like Rey Mysterio. No one's ever come that close.
Exactly. You know that. No one's ever been put in like a Lucha Bros esque light in
Yeah.
WWE, short of Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe it's time, right? Maybe it's time for something new. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, no, I mean, Metalik looked good here. Give him a couple weeks. Give him the Buddy Murphy treatment. Let him look good. We'll see.
We'll see. Good point. What's coming up next,
Yeah.
Mike?
We got the King of the Ring semi-final match.
The three-way.
The triple threat three-way Menage wrestle.
Menage a trois, baby.
Yeah. So we got Samoa Joe versus Ricochet versus Baron Corbin. And this was just another good match. The King of the Ring tournament has delivered so far. Giving us the best matches of Corbin's career.
I can confidently say I feel as though there was one deep six he gave to there was one
Ricochet?
end of days that he gave to AJ Styles one time that looked really good. But short
Yeah.
of that, I'd say this is the best of his career.
Yeah, and I think I even heard some "Let's Go Corbin" at one point.
No,
Like there was dueling.
no,
Yeah, there was like
that's too much. That's too
no,
much.
it was
I
it
don't
was like
believe
this.
that.
It was like this. Corbin sucks. Let's go Corbin. Corbin sucks.
Oh, there was that little.
There's a little pocket.
Okay.
I don't know if they were being ironic or if these last couple weeks have made a couple Corbin fans.
Yeah,
But
That's a
yeah,
good
not
point.
that I was rooting for him here, but no, this was good. He hung in there. Eventually, Ricochet, he hits the 630 on Joe, but then Corbin sneaks in, tosses Ricochet away, steals the pin, winning the match. So he advances to the King of the Ring finals. Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, promoted from Baron to King. Who knows? We'll see.
Or constable to king, right?
Oh yeah, he was a constable. He got demoted. Well, he's been a baron. He's been a constable. He's been a general manager.
What else?
Yeah, he's
What hasn't this man? His versatility.
He's a man of many titles except championship titles.
God.
Anyways, we go on to some blonde action here. Lacey Evans versus Natalia. Rematch from last
It's
week.
the second. So is this what they call the rubber match? Is that what this one is?
The rubber match is the third match if they both
Okay.
win
Then what do they call the second match if one wins one?
the rematch. I guess.
Oh, it's just the
But,
much anticipated rematch.
Yeah, so Lacey won last week. They go back and forth, but then stupid Natty makes Lacey tap out to the sharpshooter. So, yeah, there you go.
There you go. I mean,
I'm not
we're gonna pre-show at Clash of Champions. Will that be the rubber match?
I don't know. I think that card's got enough already.
Oh, there's probably a lot. Well, that's, like we said, there are 42 championships on the line.
Yeah.
Good point.
Then we get some footage from earlier in the day. I don't know. I guess they shot this right before the show. This NBA player. You can probably tell me more about this guy. Did you see the clip? Do you know this guy?
Of course I did. Yeah. So I guess
What's his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Ennis
right now.
Cantor.
Ennis Cantor. How big of a star is he around the league?
How big of a star is he around the league? That's a good question.
Like, is he?
No, he's.
I don't think I'm familiar with him.
He's like a. He's. I'd say he. Does he start? I'd say he's a. Yeah, he's a starter. He's a starting center.
Yeah.
He's on Boston right now, but played. He got traded
Played for
to
the Knicks.
Portland last year, but yes, played two seasons on the Knicks,
Yeah.
amongst other. Yeah.
Well, this tall dude, he's there, and he gets in R-Truth's
So
face.
some tall motherfucker comes out in a
Yeah.
blue tracksuit, right?
Yeah. He gets in R-Truth's face, he knocks him down, and he pins him to win the 24/7 title. So I think he's the tallest champion in that belt's history.
Yes, he's 6'11", so probably.
Damn. And that's a real 6'11". That's not like when Big Cass.
Yeah, he's a real 6'11" to
Big Cass is 6'7",
265.
they call him
Exactly,
7
right? Not
yeah.
not a
but-
Vince McMahon weight.
Yes, but the tall man had a short reign because
Ooh.
Truth rolled him up from behind and won the title right back. And in between, at some point, he unzipped his hoodie to reveal a Boston Celtics jersey,
Yes.
which kind of good boo.
That was the
Good
big
heat.
boo. That was the big.
I like it when celebrities, they get in, they know how to play the heel. They don't care about getting booed and shit.
What's also funny is like New York traded him to Portland. Like he got
so it's
traded.
not even like he's a bad guy.
He got
It's not like-
traded, but then he was a free agent, so he signed with Boston.
yeah, so
But,
it's
like-
not even like there's.
Yeah, he got traded. I don't even know. Nobody even knows if the Knicks even offered it.
Yeah, and the Knicks suck anyway.
And the Knicks suck anyway. Maybe they're just booing because they still know. They're like, oh,
Yeah,
God
they
damn
just
it.
see the Boston
Boston's
green jersey.
still semi-competitive.
Ooh,
Fuck
Boston.
you. Fuck
Fuck
you.
you.
We got RJ. We got RJ.
But anyways, there's our second celebrity 24/7 champion.
Wait, who was the
after-
first?
Well, remember it was like that Fox Sports News guy last week or something?
Oh, right. Shit.
Yeah. I think at least this was an athlete. This is a bit better for me.
Okay, but like, what better than the old man or the
Better
pregnant
than the old
woman?
news anchor. Yeah.
Okay, how many times has this title changed hands, Mike? Just give me your guess.
guess?
I'm searching. What we're looking on Wiki.
Yeah. Guesstimate, I'm going to say like 56.
Did you say guesstimate?
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm bringing it back.
yeah, you're. It never left. Okay, let's see here. Our truth is on. Okay, so he's reign number 45.
Oh, so I was.
But not far off in reality,
yeah.
though.
I knew Truth has it like 14 times or something
Yeah,
already.
15 right now.
15, yeah. He's
Also,
gonna-
I like, and you've seen on the Wikipedia pages of all the belts, it'll always say, like, number of reigns. It says combined days and days recognized by WWE. It says, like,
Yeah.
that discrepancy when there's, like, tape delays and shit like that. So there's a tape delay discrepancy in R-Truth's reigns for, like, a joke title.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah, I don't know why
WWE's
they
still
just-
like, no, you didn't hold it. You've had it for 61 plus, not 68.
Yeah. No, I don't know why. And it's got to be so many, just less than one day on there. They can't-
Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
Once
okay.
it's
Oh
lit, they
my
don't
God,
keep
how many of
track
those
by
are? So, yeah, I think only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people have held it more than once.
More than a day.
Yeah, Titus,
Or-
Ted DiBiase, Rob Stone. Was that the Fox guy? Yeah, that was the Fox.
Oh,
guy.
yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, stupid.
Bobby Roode, Revival, Pat Patterson, Kelly, Heath Slater, Gerald Briscoe, Ennis Cantor, EC3, Cedric Alexander, Candice Michelle,
Yeah.
Bo Dallas. What? I
Yeah,
must
for
have
like a
must have
second.
missed that week. That week.
That was like 2 weeks ago, I think, or something.
Alondra Blaze,
For the B team. Yeah, Lindra plays.
Mike Kanellis, Jinder Mahal.
Fucking Jinder.
Where's he been? Anyways, that
right.
was our 24. That was our 24/7 action.
Yeah. The only belt that is not officially booked yet for Clash of Champions, but it has to be there. It's the title.
So yeah, it's a
Anyway.
good point. That's a good point. You need
Yeah.
to book a match. Book it, Vince.
Exactly.
Book it.
But we do get a new episode of Firefly Funhouse. It starts off, Bray is speaking in some sort of accent here. I don't know what he was going for. I don't know. But then Ramblin' Rabbit comes out. He starts yelling "Stranger Danger," and he's referring to Stone Cold as the stranger. And the other puppets, they tell him, he stops all those other strangers like Kurt Angle, Mick Foley, Finn Balor. But Bray says, "No, that was the Fiend." And Bray says Austin's just an old rattlesnake now, but the Fiend never forgets. So we'll see you in hell. So we got a little Austin tease there, little tease at the end.
I don't think Austin would put over Bray Wyatt.
You think they're just like, hey, can we do the Manimal Classic?
No, I think like Mick Foley was like, yeah, I'm gonna put this guy over. Kurt Angle's like, yeah, I'm gonna put this guy over. I don't think Stone Cold would be like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna put that guy over.
Do you think they asked and he said no, or do you think they didn't even ask?
I think they asked and he said no. I just feel like Stone Cold's not that dude of like, no, I'm not gonna look like that.
Yeah.
Where Mick,
Why did they tease it though? Why did they tease it at the end?
I don't know. See, I actually got more Undertaker vibes for some reason. And then when
Even
I saw
though he was saying,
and then when I saw the
rattlesnake
Undertaker the next, even though and then I saw Undertaker the next night, and I was like, holy shit. Even though he was saying rattlesnake, it was all the see you in hell business.
well, he's been saying that for a while.
I know. I got the
Well,
vibes. I'm just saying I got the vibes. I'm just saying I got the
I
vibes.
mean, I do think they will cross paths the Fiend and the Undertaker.
I feel like the Undertaker would put that character over. I just don't think
Yeah,
Stone
he'd take
Cold's
a
that
fall.
dude.
Well, yeah, Stone Cold doesn't do much. I mean, I don't mean that. I mean, like, yeah, he'll give you a stunner, he'll take his beer, and then he'll go.
Exactly.
But we on to the main event here. We get that big 5-man tag, 10-man tag. It's weird.
Just a bunch of men in the ring. That's all you want.
So we got Rollins, Strowman, Cedric Alexander, and the Viking Raiders versus the OC and Rude and Ziggler. Yeah, this match, nothing too crazy. Just your typical big tag match.
Which is funny. It really felt like the big tag matches of a few months back, right?
Yeah, we've been on a good streak here.
4 months back. So I didn't really watch. I think I kind of half paid attention to it, I think.
Yeah, there was the typical, Braun hits a power slam. He's got the match won, but then Seth gets pushed into him, so he thinks he did it on purpose. And then everything breaks down. Ivar hits a big senton onto everyone on the floor, leaving Styles and Alexander in the ring. Cedric hits a huge lumbar check on AJ Styles for the win. So that's a big victory for Cedric. And then, immediately after, Stone Cold music hits and he comes out. I guess they're running low on time, so he starts shuffling down to the ring pretty quickly. One last beer bash.
Tossing all those beers.
Yeah, everyone gets a beer. He's tossing everyone a beer. All the baby faces. They all have a nice toast. Yeah, one last beer bash. No Fiend again, but they teased it.
Yeah, they did tease it, and I did get
when he came out for the second time, I'm like, maybe. But
yeah, I got the feeling that given the nature of the Madison Square Garden, aura, I got the feeling that as soon as those 5 guys were in the ring, I'm like, I think he's going to come out right now. I saw the Fiend. In my mind, I saw the Fiend taking out 5 dudes and walking away.
That would have been cool.
Fingers crossed. I'm like, holy shit,
He was like the one guy get away with it.
Exactly. Everybody looked too happy. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
This can't happen. This can't. But, it ends up kind of being just like that Raw reunion where it's just, let's Selly, full Selly.
Yeah. See, if it was like the mid-90s camp, they would have had The Undertaker come out and do some possession shit, and they would have opened their beer cans and blood would have started coming out and some crazy shit like that.
Something like that. Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Anyway. Oh, we got the beer bash, though. MSG, they went home happy with some Stone Cold.
They went home happy. There you go, folks. Yeah. And the guy with the green shirt was there.
Yeah.
So he was happy. Big goat.
He's at most of them. He didn't make it to the UK takeover, though. I noticed that.
Well, that's a lot.
Well, fuck, the guy goes to every other show of the year.
No, but think about it. If he lives in, the middle of America, everything would kind of be like a 2-hour flight in every direction,
Yeah. Well, come on, bud.
Maybe he lives in Denver or something, right? But, it's like a 9-hour flight or something, I'm sure. That's a lot to ask.
He's an asshole.
We just got to find out what he does for a living. We just got to find out how he gets the money. I don't need to know his name.
I heard people try to ask him, and he's an asshole.
And he's an asshole. No, but that's the thing, right? I don't care about
They're like,
where
hey,
he
man,
lives.
and how do you acquire the exact same seat every time? There's got to be a connection. You can't just force your way into that seat every single time.
Yeah, it's just don't talk to me. Well, I'm sure you could if he if he contacted WWE and was like, hey, I want to have this ticket every single pay-per-view. Here's a certified check.
But what makes his money more valuable than someone else's?
Maybe he's given more money. Maybe the normal front row seat's $1,000, but he's like, no, I'll give you $3,000.
So I can bump him out. I'll say I'll give you $4,000. I'll
maybe
show up
that's what I'm saying. I just need to know how he's getting the ticket.
I'm going to show up with a dark red smiley face, sad face shirt.
I just need to know how he's getting the tickets, and then I can figure out the rest, right?
So he's not only is he getting these tickets, he's flying. He's got to get hotel rooms. He's eating on the road.
Just want to know how he got his money.
Yeah, and
he can tell me oh, my dad's an oil baron and I'm a billionaire. I'd be like, that's fair.
When I was a little boy, Vince McMahon ran over my father, so now he said, "I'll give you free shit for or something."
That's what it is. Vince McMahon killed my father, and now as as reparations,
he was such a mark that the court settlement he could have had $10 million or free WWE for life. He's like
WWE for life.
Yeah,
hotel accommodations. That was it, folks. That was our Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Live.
I almost said that, kind of. Mike, I think it's about time we take a break, though.
Yeah, quick break, and then we'll come play some games.
We're going to play some games. We're going to run through SmackDown, and, of course, we've got this Clash of Champions pay-per-view.
Yeah, we got to run down these championship matches.
That we're going to run down. So, folks, stick around. We'll be right back.
Let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Brother, yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Brother, yeah.
We're back on the podcast. We're back on the Shoot Brothers. We're still shooting. A lot of meat here. A lot of meat
there. One segment we never miss.
The unmissed segment, actually, but also wrestle. This is trivia. Trivia.
trivia.
One of the two. Yeah.
What?
This is trivia.
One of the two. Mike, I have 4 questions for you. What do you have for me this week?
I got 5, so let's make a
Ooh.
sandwich here.
We'll make a little sandwich here. You'll start, I'll go. And then you'll go again.
So my theme of the week, Stone Cold. He was here, so I got some Stone Cold Steve Austin trivia for you.
Stone Cold Trivia.
And we'll see. Some of these, depending, they might be harder than others. So I'm going to introduce 2 lifelines should you use them. There'll be some lifelines.
Ooh, a lifeline. Okay. This
Yeah.
is an interesting development.
It's a new twist. I can either turn it into a multiple choice, or I can give some sort of hint.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay, cool.
We'll
cool.
see.
Let's see how
All
it
right.
works.
First question: who did Stone Cold Steve Austin beat to win his first WWF World Championship?
Who do you beat to win his first? Okay, so folks, we got to think about timelines here. When did this is going to be the late 90s, right? So we're thinking who's big? Who's big in the late 90s, you know? Your rock types, your Mick Foley types. I am going to say, and your Triple H types. You know, your Shawn Michaels types. I'm going to say Triple H.
It was one of the names you named, but it was not
God.
Triple H.
Which one? Okay.
It was Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
at WrestleMania 14. But those names were all good names out there. But yeah, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, WrestleMania 14.
Shit. There you go. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Now you'll always know.
Now I'll always know. Mike, I have some questions for you now.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to know our potential Kings of the Rings. We're looking at Baron Corbin and Chad Gable trivia. It's gonna be a lot of
Spoiler:
fun.
we haven't talked about SmackDown yet.
Oh fuck! It doesn't matter. Okay, it does
I
not.
know.
We're here.
I'm just fucking with you.
First question for you, Mike, is a multiple choice.
Oy.
So Baron Corbin played football at Northwest Missouri State University,
All right.
where he played which position? You've got a linebacker, tight end, offensive guard, or a wide receiver.
Well, I'm definitely gonna not say wide receiver. So you had linebacker, tight end. What were the 3 again?
Linebacker, tight end, and offensive guard.
Yeah. Let's go offensive guard.
Ding, ding, ding.
All
He
right.
played offensive guard.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
Northwest Missouri is a Division II school. So
NWM.
NW what?
So is Division 1 the best?
Yeah, D1, D2, D3,
Okay.
and
So
yeah.
he's in the middle of the pack there.
Right smack dab in the middle, right where he
All
wants
right.
to be. You know.
All right. Good for you, Corbin. Okay, back on the Stone Cold train.
Beep,
So we know.
beep.
He beat Shawn Michaels for that title at WrestleMania 14, but who did he lose that title to? And you do have lifelines.
Okay, and there's 5 questions total, right?
5 questions total. Yes. This is the second question. Who did he lose the championship title to? His first title run.
So yeah, so he wins. So he wins at WrestleMania 14 against Shawn
Which is
Michaels.
1998.
God, you know what sucks? I feel like it's going to be one of those names that I just said. You know? This one's tough. WrestleMania 14. I'm gonna say he holds on to it for a long time though. You know, I'm gonna say that thing stays on him for a while. I'm gonna say he loses it to like the Undertaker. Yeah, that's my final guess. Undertaker.
It's pretty close.
Oh,
He lost it to Kane
Kane.
in a very surprising first blood match
Oh shit! Is that
Kane.
the first blood match that was the same one with the Hell in the Cell
Same
at the
night,
King of
yes.
the Ring? Ah, Mike.
I think we watched that one in my place.
I have
one
seen.
time.
Yes, I have seen both that first blood match and that Hell in the Cell match.
Yeah.
Of course.
So it's at a very Kane only held the title for one day. He lost it the very next night back to Stone Cold. So it's a very bit of an obscure fact in there that he was the one to beat Stone Cold's first run.
Too
but
funny.
Kane. of all
There you
people.
go.
It's a damn travesty that he only held it for the day because that monster Kane, the original mask, he was so good. But
Jeez. Well,
yeah,
there you go. There you
it
go,
was.
folks. Mike, give me a sec.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to kick out another like 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
change the chicken over. Okay, sorry about that, Mike. Sorry about that, Mike.
No problem.
Mike, your next question. Question number 2. Get to know your Kings of the Ring.
Yes.
So Baron Corbin played football. And although he was never drafted, he did sign contracts with the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals. But all in all, before he gave his football career to rest, how many times was Baron Corbin signed and released? As no, this is going to be a guess the number thing. He played for 2 teams.
Yeah.
Over
So
the span
signed
of
and
3
released
years.
by both teams.
Yes.
Like
how many times was he like on the team then not,
Yeah.
and then on
yeah.
the team and then not again?
I feel like it's gonna be more than 2 because let's say 4.
4 times, Mike. He was signed and released twice by both teams.
Wow. I guess there was some sort of
Some,
I don't know.
Something? I don't. Yeah.
some sort of contracts thing that I don't know. That's how it works.
Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows?
Interesting. All right, rolling on here. What match of Stone Cold Steve Austin's? What singles match? He's only had one. Has been rated 5 stars by Dave Meltzer.
One Stone Cold 5-star match. I'm gonna say is the Bret Hart Survivor Series 96 or something like that, whatever it was. But that
Well,
that match.
I know what you're thinking of. Yes, you got the wrong date, the wrong pay-per-view. But Austin versus Bret Hart at
That was the
WrestleMania
match.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you were thinking. Yeah. And it was technically a submission match, but Bret Hart has a submission anyways, and it's the famous Austin's bleeding out of his
He's
forehead
bleeding out of his
match.
face, and yeah. Okay,
Yeah, you got the match. I give you credit.
that's the match.
5 stars from Davey, Uncle Dave.
I have seen that match too. Like,
Yeah, it's a great
I've
match.
seen it. You know.
Yeah. No, it's great.
Anyways, way to go, me. Okay, next, Mike, for you, we're switching over off of Baron Corbin to the little man,
The little man.
Chad Gable.
You're one of the. Now you're calling him short too, huh?
Nah, well, hopefully not. Oh,
He's
I'm
probably like
saying
our
that in the sense that he is just shorter than the other guys. That's
right.
I'm just saying that. You know, honestly.
Okay.
He, you may or may not know that he was in the Olympics for wrestling.
I do.
In the 84 kilogram division. My question for you: which Olympics was he in?
So it was in the 2000s.
See, and this is taking your when you think he made it to NXT versus when and where
Yeah.
you thought Olympics were. So this
And you
is
also have to.
this is
You also have to know which year they took place.
which where
It's like,
which
I
year they
know-
took place. You know,
Yeah.
maybe
So I know the
count-
winter was in 02, which makes summer in 04, 08, 2012. Has to be one of those. I'm going to say 2012.
2012 is right, Mike. I'm looking for bonus points. You got to tell me where it is. Which Olympics? It's not just the 2012 Olympics. It's always like the 2012 summer in blank.
London.
London, England. There you go. I knew.
I'm on a roll.
I knew you'd
think
get
I'm
it.
on a roll this week.
I knew you'd get that one.
Oh, yeah. You knew I'd get that one?
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, Winter Olympic trivia is easier than Summer Olympic trivia for us Canadians.
For us Canadians, yeah.
For us Canadians. No, fuck the French.
Okay, Mike, give me another question.
Okay, that's right. That's how this works. So this one, I don't know. It might be a bit vague, so you might have to use the lifeline on this one.
Cool.
Just because of the way. I don't know how to word it exactly without giving the answer away. Anyways, maybe I've said too much. Stone Cold has many accomplishments in his career, but there is one distinct WWE record that he holds. So, like, he has done this more than anyone else.
One distinct. Okay, so what are the lifelines going to be?
I can make it a multiple choice, or I can, like, give a hint. I don't know. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't really.
You know what? I'm gonna say I think I know this answer already. So I'm gonna skip the lifeline
Yeah.
just because I know that he is a 3-time Royal Rumble winner, and I'm gonna
is
say
correct. Sorry, what else were you going to say?
no, that's what I was gonna say because I knew it was like
Okay.
there was like 2 years he won it like back to back, and then I
Yeah,
think like he
and
won
then
it
he skipped-
before it or something.
Yeah, the only man to win 3. We've had a couple 2.
Right.
We've had a couple back-to-backers.
Cena's a 2. I think the Grand Man's a 2.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, both 2s, but the only 3, and hopefully the only ever, because that's too many.
That's
But
too.
Stone
That's
Cold.
too many times to win a Rumble. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. But there you go.
There you
got
go,
it.
Mike. My last question for you. Chad Gable was a part of the former team American Alpha. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And American Alpha was part of that inaugural Dusty Rhodes Classic tournament, the very first one they ever had down there in NXT. This is a multiple choice question. They didn't win it. They got eliminated in the semifinals by which tag team? We have the Revival, the Hype Bros, Baron Corbin and Rhino, or DIY.
I'm going to go with DIY.
Mike, you were almost 4 for 4. No, Baron Corbin and Rhino
Damn.
beat out Chad Gable, and Chad Gable
then-
hopes that doesn't repeat on Sunday. Let's get the win over
Where
Baron
the
Corbin.
finals.
See, it all comes
I don't know if you
comes together. See, it's very.
I don't know if you have it in front of you, but did Corbin and Rhino face Finn Balor and Samoa Joe in the finals?
Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah. I think those two won it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I knew who won it, but I couldn't remember who they faced.
Yeah.
That Corbin Rhino team was weird. All right, you got me there.
So yeah. So I guess you're correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. So unlike Khabib, my streak is ruined. at the end of that.
Contrary to Khabib, you're done.
Yeah. All right, my final question for you on the topic of finality. What was the very last match Stone Cold Steve Austin ever had?
Like his last just match
This was
ever,
his
eh?
last match. He didn't tell anyone ahead of time. It was his retirement. He just had the match, walked away. Hasn't wrestled since.
God, can you give me okay, let me use one. Can I use one of my lifelines?
Yeah, so I can turn it into a multiple choice, or I can like give some hints, some descriptions. I haven't figured it, but I don't know. Swing it.
God. Could you give me could you give me like the show, the year or the show?
It was at WrestleMania 19.
Okay, WrestleMania match. Oh shit. Okay. WrestleMania 19. Let's think about this for a sec. Fuck. So that would have been. This was 35 minus things. 2003. Was
Sounds about
was
right.
this 19 or X9? Very important.
This was 19.
Okay. I'm just making sure because we
Well,
all know what happened at X8.
Well, yeah, X8 is X8. I mean, X9, you can call it whatever. It was 19.
19.
XIX, right?
Right. Okay, I feel like this wasn't. I feel like whatever he did wasn't in a title match. That's a tough one match for a last match to be like lose the title. 2003. We're looking at who's worthy of that last match. You know, was Shawn Michaels worthy of that last match? Was Triple H worthy of that? You know, Chris Benoit types worthy of that last match. I'm gonna pull a wild card here, similar to the WWE roster. I'm gonna pull a wild card. I'm gonna say it was Brock Lesnar took on Stone Cold Steve Austin in that last match at WrestleMania 19.
Well, Brock was busy that night main eventing WrestleMania
No way! Oh my god, I'm so close on these. Fuck.
against Kurt Angle. Yeah, but Stone Cold, he would have his final match against his biggest rival, The Rock, at WrestleMania 19. And for the first time ever, The Rock beat Stone Cold at WrestleMania. He had lost the first 2 bouts, but he won this one. Stone Cold did the right thing. He went out on his back, and that was his last match ever.
Shit, eh?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's kind of it's not as much of a well-known Stone Cold match, but it was good.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it. See what happens.
It's
You know?
he falls off after WrestleMania 17. He had that heel turn, and then shortly after, his career ended.
Wow. And that
There
was
you
just
go.
all the neck injuries and that sort of shit.
Yeah, caught up to him, and like when you think about it, his peak was only from like 1998 to 2002.
It was a short.
For
It
those
was a
4
short
years, he was
reign.
hot.
It was a very
Yeah.
short reign that he had. You
John
know?
Cena's reign was like 12 years or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it's
Arguably still going.
crazy. Yeah, still. I mean, yeah, he's still one of the top. But there you go. Let's move it right along to the blue brand.
Moving right along. That was trivia for us this week, folks. It was another great week. And we look forward to SmackDown Live because we're still at the Garden. We're still live
Yeah.
at MSG.
Yeah, just like Raw, they want to start the show off with a big dong.
A big dong. Nothing starts off a wrestling show like a big dong.
Yeah, so the lights go out, the dong hits, everyone knows what it is.
Everyone knows when
Long.
that dong's hitting.
Yeah, then we got like a 3.5 minute entrance here. Undertaker grabs a microphone, cuts a promo saying he wants to take a minute, absorb all this in, because this might be his last time ever at the Garden. He's, the past 30 years, he's had a lot of great matches, but he doesn't know how many more times he can do it. So he wants everyone to remember all those legends and souls he battled, and he took a piece of all of them. But now it's time for a new era. And then right on cue, Sami Zayn comes out to interrupt him. He just says, "Yeah, I know, New York, we respect legends. You're a legend." And he goes on about all his accomplishments, but he says, you shouldn't be opening SmackDown anymore. 30 years is a long time. Enough's enough. The future's now. So get out of here. So Taker listens to him. He goes to leave, but then he turns.
Listens to him.
But it was all a ploy. He turns around, comes back, gives Sammy the choke slam, and then he exits up the ramp. No Fiend attack here either. This was my last
That's
hope.
what I said. As soon as I saw Undertaker, I thought the Fiend would be coming out. You know what? It's
Yeah.
like Undertaker's been around so much that this felt a little. Fuck! Didn't we just saw Stone Cold like 2 weeks ago? Right?
Yeah, we've seen both of them.
And I wonder
within the
why, Undertaker had to be that dude because he's around so often. Like, he's going to be in the next Saudi show.
Yeah.
So
Maybe he really did feel like this could be his last time at MSG.
who else could they bring out for a big moment like that?
And they can wheel out Goldberg again if they want.
Like, or who else is in that light? Like, I mean, I feel like The Rock is almost ungettable at this point.
Yeah, like he'll come by rarely once.
I don't
in a
think The
while.
Rock has come onto WWE television since I
It's been
started
like
watching.
2 years or something.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it's been a little while now.
It sort of seems like, yes, these guys like Stone Cold, Undertaker, I mean, Kurt Angle's around too much.
Yeah, there's a couple.
J-
Like Ric Flair pops up pretty often.
John Cena, maybe. We haven't seen Cena in a little while.
Yeah, Cena gets a good pop now because he only comes like once every 6 months.
But it's, we keep going back. Whenever there's these big moments that need to happen, we keep going back to Stone Cold and Undertaker. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, I'm asking you, like, is there anyone else who would get that equal pop?
I'm sure there are guys out there, but it all depends.
Yeah.
They have reused a lot of the same legends a lot. So
Who knows? After that, with the devastating choke slam, the 3.5 minute exit.
No tombstone though. He's a nah.
He's a sensible man. We go right from that segment right into a match though.
Well, first we
Don't
get
we?
some breaking news. Shane approaches Gable backstage to tell him that Elias has broken his ankle, so therefore he cannot compete in the King of the Ring semifinal.
Oh yes,
But-
poor Elias.
But there is no bye. Shane says you're going to compete against someone. I haven't figured it out yet, so we'll find out.
So we'll have a mystery somebody by the end of the night,
Yeah.
which is great. We do get in some of that one-on-one action though. I guess this is the rematch of last week. The Miz and Andrade.
Yeah, we had Nakamura on commentary by himself. It was kind of funny.
Vaguely on commentary,
Just vaguely.
things like
yeah,
that.
he just said something and Corey Graves would agree with him. And I don't know. But, yeah, he got in the Miz's face at one point. Eventually, Miz does catch Andrade, though, with the skull-crushing finale for the win. And then right after, Nakamura jumps in there and hits him with the Kinshasa.
Standing tall.
Yeah, so we'll get that title match on Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah, this was a little. I think there was a huge commercial break, like right when this match started. Which,
Yeah,
which
I there didn't really seem much to get going with it, but yeah, then we head backstage again. Shane McMahon's got an update for Gable. He says he's found his replacement, and it is himself, Shane McMahon. So predictable, but
It's always terrible when he does his own best in the world thing because he has to hold it himself. He's just like best in the world, and he's like it's two people waiting in a room, and he's like, "Are you fucking done?"
Yeah.
World.
It's like, come on,
Just, I know what you're gonna say, dude. Let's.
well, but that'll be our main event. But we got some women's action first. Mandy Rose versus Nikki Cross. The Fuck Me Eyes were back this week. Did you notice that?
I actually saw them
Mandy's-
less. I saw them more as just
Less?
like you go get them, girl. That's how I saw.
I saw some lip licking this time as well from Mandy. She kind
You
of.
see a lot of things. I'll tell you that much, Mike. I'll
Anyways,
tell you that
man,
much, Mike. I'll tell you.
I know. It's all documented. It's all on the show.
It's all on the show. There is a history of, the shoot meter. The shoot meter is always flying
This
in
one's
all
still
sorts
going.
of directions.
This one's still going.
And Dean Ambrose might be coming back. That's how wild the shoot meter.
Royal Rumble 2020.
Yeah. Surprise
Royal Rumble
entrance, John Moxley.
So Mandy Rose, though, she does cut a promo on Nikki before the match, and Mandy's saying she's so beautiful and Nikki's ugly. and that
This
she put
was a terrible, terrible promo.
This was not good.
This
Yeah, she
was
put the side-by-side
so
picture on the
bad.
Jumbotron. So, yeah, Mandy's like, handsome men open the doors for me. They slam them on Nikki. I'm in front of the line. She's back in the
Like
line.
what
blah,
the
blah,
hell
blah.
was that? You
This
know
was-
that's 1000% something Vince McMahon wrote.
Yeah.
15
This is
minutes
like, look at
before
her.
Mandy Rose was going.
She looks like a rat. And so they even, she called her an oversized rat. And Nikki's pissed off. She comes running down to the ring. Right
rightfully
after,
so.
Oh, yeah. This was
In front of like
stupid.
millions of people.
Yeah.
Some blonde
Nikki's
bitch
got
just
a
like
husband. She's yeah. So we get a match. Nikki's got a flurry of
so
offense.
we get the match. Yeah.
Nikki's coming in hot, flurry of offense, but Mandy fights back. She goes for that C trigger, but Nikki ducks out of the way, rolls her up for the 3 count. So yeah. And Fire and Desire though they do get a tag title shot on Sunday.
They do get the tag title shot. You know what? There's a backstage promo somewhere tonight when Ember Moon's talking to Bailey about elevating the women's division.
That was actually right after.
Was
this.
it right after this? Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the fuck you could do. It's because you're gonna have something like this that absolutely does not elevate the women's division. Two
Yeah,
women
that-
somebody calling somebody else ugly. I'm sorry,
It
that's
was-
not very good. I can't be alone in this thought, Mike. Right?
Yeah. No, that was like the whole when Mandy was trying to steal Naomi's husband angle, the Uso thing, and
I forgot.
trying to
about
lure him to
that.
the hotel and shit. So
Why-
Mandy's been in a couple bad stories this year, but she's got the talent to push through
Why
it.
are all of Mandy's stories about like her trying? Fuck.
Because they're just like Vince is like, well, look at her, she's so sexy. Whatever.
Got those
You just have to-
tits.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so Ember Moon and Bailey, they start bickering, and she's like, I'm Bailey, I'm the same as I always am, blah blah blah. They got a match tonight, so save it for the match.
Okay, so there we go.
But then we get Heavy Machinery. They're doing the Viking Raiders treatment. They're fighting 2 local jobbers.
Yeah.
Although there was one new thing when Otis was doing his caterpillar. This time he pulled the straps on his tight down and rubbed his exposed belly before hitting the move. The crowd loved that. It was kind of fun. It reminded me of Kamala, the classic wrestler. You know him?
Okay, I don't think I know him. No.
It was a racist African stereotype. It was this big black guy with painted tribal.
Wow.
He would just come out and smack his belly. But it was the 80s. It was the 80s. Come on.
Doesn't excuse it, but whatever.
Then we go backstage again. A lot of Shane backstage tonight, but this time it's with Kevin Owens. And Shane tells him he's willing to reconsider that $100,000 fine. But, there's a catch, of course. Shane hands Owens a referee shirt. He wants to be King Shane. So if you do your job correctly, that fine's going to be gone. If you catch my drift.
If you catch my wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah. Owens reluctantly accepts that shirt. But then we go over to Eric Rowan. He comes out to cut a promo. And, just says, all my life, people, they don't know me. Nobody controls me. They don't tell me what to do. I'm not just some big brute. But then Rowan comes out, and they do what brutes do. They just brawl all over the place, outside the ring, into the crowd. It was kind of silly. Roman super punches Eric Rowan, and then Rowan picks up a fan, which is obviously a plant, and then tosses him over the barricade into a bunch of officials. I actually thought this fan looked kind of like Enzo Amore. He had like the beard. And,
really?
I don't know. Yeah. But, so that was kind of dumb, but they fight some up the ramp. Rowan grabs the camera crane and throws it into Roman.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That spot was unique, yeah.
That was pretty cool.
But the fan, come on. No one's going to believe he powerbombs the fan over the barricade. Maybe it was real. Maybe he was shooting.
Maybe. I don't know. I do not know about that
If
one.
it was smiley face guy, then I would have been like, holy shit. But
if it was the smiley face guy, yeah. Oh my fucking god. No. You know what? This was a great promo from Rowan. You never get to hear it. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
I thought
he
was great at it. Anytime, huge crowd, anytime you can like gracefully step aside what chance, I think there's a certain talent to that. He did. Speaking has a cadence, and then when you feel it in their head and they're like, I know I have to cram these two lines together to stop their what, and it's he did a great job at that. I'd love to see him more.
Yeah, some people fall right into the trap, and then it's like the reverse effect. They start speaking into the what's.
Mm-hmm.
Not Rowan.
Depending on how this match is booked, coming up at Clash of Champions, this could be the start of something good.
Yeah, Rowan could look really good here, depending how it goes. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah, but then we do get that match that we promised earlier: Bayley versus Ember Moon. Pretty short though, not much really going on here. Ember goes for the Eclipse, but Bayley ducks out of the way and hits the Bayley to belly for the win. So she looks strong going into her match against Charlotte.
Yeah, looks pretty good. That Bayley to belly, most devastating finisher in the women's division. I
don't know. It's no disarmer, but
it's no disarmer.
And then our Kofi Kingston comes out here and he's cuts a promo on Randy, their title match. Pretty much everything's been said about this feud.
Yep.
Randy comes out, stupid. So Kofi gets mad. He jumps in the barricade, fights after Orton, but Orton's got a chair, hits him with it. It was a trap. Stupid. But Kofi's able to fight back. He hits some chair shots of his own, and he sets up a table. And then he he gets laid out on it, and then Randy goes, and then the thing just kind of breaks prematurely under their weight. So for a second, the crowd was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, it just kind of breaks, a little bit.
Yeah, just by their. So was the big spot ruined? But luckily, there was a backup table there. So Kofi just kind of moved some shit out of the way, pulled out the next table, put Randy on top of it, climbs up the barricade, and jumps off the guardrail, hitting a huge boom drop through the table, repeating that spot he did 10 years ago in this very building. So that was a big jump, big boom drop.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. When that table's getting set up, you're wondering who's going through it. Turns out the Rand Man was going through it.
And for that table that botched, it is pretty surprising how little that happens over all the years of tables.
That is a good point. Like you're always thinking yourself, like, how do none of these things break prematurely?
Yeah. Because Randy Orton, he's a 220-something pound guy or whatever. He was laying on the second table. It didn't break. But, yeah. Anyways, just more to set up that title match.
Yeah. It's like that. Which I am looking forward to. But it's main event time.
let's get to the main event.
Let's get to the main event. So our main event is the finals of the SmackDown King of the Ring tournament. We have Chad Gable, who deserved his way to be there, taking on the best in the world, Shane McMahon, who, I'll be honest, did not deserve to be there.
No, just like the World Cup, he snuck in at the last second. And yeah, we got Kevin Owens here as a special guest referee, and Shane even comes out with his World Cup trophy. He places the crown on top of it, what actually did fit nicely.
It did fit nicely on his head, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Looked great.
But so typical Shane, he gets his Shane punches in early on, but Gable fights through and hits an amazing super high angle German suplex. Shane pretty much lands on his head here.
I literally went to use the washroom and came back and the match was over.
Did you see the suplex at least?
I had to go back and watch it.
Yeah, that was an amazing suplex. So Gable bridged it into a pin. Owen counts a somewhat fast 3. Gable wins. He's on to the finals.
Yeah.
He runs around celebrating. But Shane's just like, what the hell? So, nope, this can't happen. Shane grabs the microphone and says, no, this match is now 2 out of 3 falls. So Gable comes back down to the ring. Crowd's chanting asshole at Shane.
Of course.
Yeah, so before we get into the next fall, Shane just grabs Gable or starts beating him from behind around the ring. Shane's in control for the next while, but Gable gets Shane in a roll-up, and now Owens is counting super slow, checking the shoulders are down, so he's turning on him in mid-match, but he looks ashamed of himself, so you can tell he doesn't want to do it. But, yeah, so Shane, he rolls up Gable. Owens does a super fast count, but Gable still kicks out. Gable hits that perfect moonsault, one of the best moonsaults ever, I'd say. But, yeah, so eventually we're just getting shit. Owens is just slow counting. He's doing all this crap. Shane gets fed up. He grabs a chair, but Owens is like, nah, man, come on. Everyone can see us. You can't do it. So Shane's like, oh, I get it. So he hands him the chair, and when he's turned around, he goes for a running kick on the balls, but Gable catches his foot, turns it into an ankle lock, gets the legs wrapped around for extra leverage. So Shane's in the middle of the ring, nowhere to go. He's forced to tap out. So Gable wins again. And he's going to the finals.
Wow.
Against Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin and Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Who would have seen it? Who would have seen it? You know what? There were a lot of people in this whole tournament that we thought this would be a great moment for Andrade. I think Cedric Alexander for a moment there. We kind of thought a lot of people would really benefit. I think I don't think anyone saw Chad Gable coming out looking pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked him to make it to the finals, but he's definitely one of my favorite guys in the tournament. So, well-deserved push here for Gable. If he wins the whole thing, that'll be amazing. But apparently the final match has been bumped from the pay-per-view.
What do you mean?
It is now.
No way.
It's going to be on Monday Night Raw the next night. I guess they, I just saw this. So I guess Clash of Champions, it's already got 11 matches. So they want to give this the proper full time, not make it a pre-show match or something. But it's unfortunate because now it's going to have commercials. So
Okay.
I don't know. They should have planned that. They should have planned that a little better. But
well, you know what though. But I understand that I understand that there's a lot at stake. But at the same time, maybe just
yeah. I guess now this will be the main event of Raw, so it can be.
Yeah, keep it off Raw, or keep it off the pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they're. Yeah. Well, yeah. So, anyways, Gable versus Corbin, but then after the match, Shane is all pissed off at Owens. Kevin's like, "What can I do? You tapped out." So Shane jumps Owens from behind, grabs a mic, and he tells him, "You're fired," and just beats him up some more. So Owens is gone. He's fired.
Wow.
He's gone.
Yeah, I'm scared. How is he going to supply for his family?
Well, next week there's a big NXT show coming up.
Oh, you think he's going to go back to NXT? That would be crazy. That would be
That's
crazy.
That's a wild thought. If they want some big names to go over, yeah. But there was also a bonus for the fans at MSG that got a treat after the television taping was over, because the Fiend wrestled in his second ever match.
Who?
In a handicap match against the B team.
Not the B team. Oh,
this
thank
is
God
just a bonus.
Thank God I didn't get to see it. Jesus.
Yeah. So I mean, he got the quick, easy win. He hits
Turns
his sister
away
Abigail.
from the microphone right now, Mike. That's how so much I'm not paying attention to this. My body has
Good.
been. You can hear I'm a little bit softer now, Mike, because I'm not.
No,
even
but if you were
facing.
there, wouldn't you have been happy to see the Fiend?
That's true. I would have been happy. And I still get to.
And he won.
You know what? And there's only
course he won.
there's like 18, 19 maybe 1,000 people on this whole fucking planet who got to see the Fiend's first match, first entrance. I'm curious,
yeah,
did he
we
do
were
his full entrance? Or did he just pop up?
No, it was like a real match. Ring the bell, do the entrance.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like B teams there, and then suddenly pew,
Yeah.
pew, or whatever.
I don't know. I don't know how it was booked, but I saw. Yeah, the whole match only lasted like a minute, and Sister Abigail, mid-mandible claw, boom, done.
Man,
So he still looks dominant. Still looks like a beast.
that's great, dude. Yeah, let's get him. Hell in a Cell. You know what?
Universal
oh my God,
champion.
we're like that's like 2 pay-per-views away. Mike, SmackDown's
Yeah,
over.
I would
It's
say.
time for us to talk about this week's pay-per-view, Clash of Champions. Mike, this has been personally my most anticipated pay-per-view for like a month now. Haven't I been thinking it was every week for the last month?
Pretty much.
I'm like, shit, this weekend Clash Champions. You're like, no, it's 4 weeks away. I'm like, great.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
Ne-
SummerSlam was last week. What's going on?
Next week, I'm like, oh my God, we got Clash Champions.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
I'm like, no.
Now,
it's all
folks,
out.
every pay-per-view with it comes with its own little gimmick, right? You know, the Hell in the Cell, the extremity of the rules. Everything has its own.
The grounds that are
The
stomped
grounds
on.
that are stomped upon. So here we got. Okay, now you hear Clash Champions, folks. I know some people at home like me thinking this. Oh, great! All the champions are going to take each other on. No. It's not the champions clashing. It is.
Yeah.
The championships being clashed upon by others.
Yes, there will be a clash for every champion.
There will be a clash for every champion, but those champions will not necessarily be be clashing with each other. They might, though.
No,
They might be.
as is the case.
They might be
Sure.
clashing, but it's so. Let's run down the card, Mike. Do you have a fantasy booked card? You want to run
I don't
it?
have any like specific order. We can just run from the bottom to the top, Wikipedia, and then
Bottom to the
we'll save
top,
the main
baby.
events.
We have this U.S. title championship. We have AJ Styles defending
Yeah,
against.
I don't even know when they announced this.
Neither did I, but
Yeah, but it had to
it
happen.
had to
US
happen
title.
because of that match, because of that 10-man tag.
And that's actually a good opponent. Cedric Alexander versus AJ. Cedric's been on a bit of a roll lately, so Yeah.
Yep, Cedric's been on a roll lately. AJ Styles works great with young, with faster people, with faster
Yeah, young,
competitors
small
anyways. I think AJ will probably hold on, but this is not the end of Cedric's little run.
no. And hopefully this will be on the main card for Cedric's sake.
Yes, for Cedric's sake, hopefully it is. Next up the card, we have this women's tag champ match. We have the Bliss Cross team defending against Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on here. Nothing's been built, and I think these two are fine champions as they are right now.
Yeah, I think they're going to hold on to it a bit longer
Mm-hmm.
because they're actually being featured every week. As much as I want to see Rose and Deville win to culminate that angle, but maybe it's not time for that yet. It's not time.
Might not be
They want to keep the fire cooking, the steam, the heat,
the heat,
the wetness.
fire.
between-
You can't say heat and wet and
What?
what? You said it, not me, Mike. You said
No,
it.
like when you take a shower, the mirror gets wet from all the
Steam?
heat.
Did you just?
Steam, heat. Moist between the legs. What?
Oh my God, Michael.
Oh my God.
Mike, you're saying these things, not me. I'm not saying.
When you
these
wrestle, you sweat. Anyways, that'll be a fun match, fun tag title match. I'm glad that
things.
tag.
I'm
titles-
gonna say this is my first. This is my pre-show matchup.
It'll probably be on the pre-show.
I'm probably on the pre-show.
Unfortunately.
Moving up the card, though, we have a little stip. Whew, we got a little stip on this guy. We have Roman
Yeah,
Reigns.
The only non-title step.
The only
non-title match.
I mean, if you have a non-title match, you're gonna have to make it stippy.
yeah.
You know.
Let's get stippy.
We've got Roman Reigns taking on Eric Rowan in a no DQ match. This will certainly not be on the pre-show. I would
definitely not.
I'd love to see Eric Rowan come away with this. I thought he had a great promo and he's looking huge. It's always tough when someone's in a match with Roman Reigns. It's always
Yeah.
hard to book. It's always hard to vote against Roman Reigns.
Yeah, but since it is no DQ, they do have the they do have some caveats to, Roman can get hit by a car again or something, and that can be the excuse for him losing.
That's a good point, right? Or yeah, we find out. Wait.
Or Daniel Bryan could come running down.
So did Rowan has admitted that he
Rowan just straight up said it was all me. It wasn't Bryan. No one tells me what to do.
Okay, so he did do it on purpose. It's not like there's going to be another level to who killed Roman Reigns.
I mean, there could be.
There could be.
There
Okay,
could be.
I'm trying to just understand what.
They introduced the clone and then took him away without explaining anything.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That-
And what
that
happened? And the
clone.
look-alike,
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. The clone.
No, the clone. Yeah.
The clone. But
Yeah. Okay. Who?
yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, I would love to see Rowan win that thing, but either way, if he can look like a beast, we'll see.
Next up on the card, we're moving up. We have the Raw Women's title on the line. We have Becky Lynch defending against Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks' is this her first singles match since back, or maybe not?
I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know.
But
She might have fought. She fought Natalia.
This is big. This is a big.
This is big.
This,
This is my main event.
this could be a main event.
Could be a main event.
Becky's held on to the belt since Mania now, since April. So,
Yeah.
there's
and Sasha's been gone since then, and she's back.
Sasha Banks has been gone since then. Sasha Banks could become the most reigned Raw Women's Champion. With a victory on Sunday, she would become a 5-time Raw Women's Champ, beating out Charlotte Flair's 4. So a lot's on the line for her.
She's back in blue, and she's coming for you, Becky.
I'd love to see Sasha go down.
Yeah, I want to see Sasha and Bayley work together to help each other both in their matches. So, yeah, I think if it's okay if Becky loses the title here, she's had a good reign. She's still going to be at the top of the division.
Exactly right, but always throwing around fresh faces.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy to have the boss back, and we can put up with Michael Cole. Or he might not.
He hasn't said it anymore.
Thing.
He hasn't said it.
Yeah,
he said it the
'cause
first
she's a
time
heel.
she came back, and I was like,
Yeah.
"This feels weird," or like, "Yeah."
But so that's good. Yeah, she's a heel, so he's not allowed to get excited.
He's not allowed
Corey
to. He's
Graves
like,
can
"Oh
get
fuck,
excited.
it's boss time! God damn it! Everybody run!"
Yeah.
Coming up next, we have Shinsuke Nakamura defending his title against The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, a lot on the line here for Shinsuke. We need to legitimize this title again, and a lot on the line for The Miz because this would be his 10th victory if he's able to take it.
Yeah, he's one of the most accomplished.
Ninth victory, I think. He would tie.
Yeah,
he would
he's-
tie Chris Jericho for most IC reigns.
Yeah, I think by the end of the day, by the end of his career, he will be the sole record holder in that category.
You know what?
but-
He's only he's 3 weeks away from being the most for holding the belt for the longest.
The yeah, I think he'll
Combined
beat
reigns.
both of those,
Yeah.
but this may not be the time. So I think Sami Zayn will be out there doing his shenanigans, helping out Nakamura. So keep that going.
Well,
Or maybe a 9-month pregnant Maurice will come running out to save.
She
the Miz.
9 months pregnant now.
I don't know, it's been a
Kinshasa!
while. Let's get that baby out tonight. Just right to the stomach and out it comes.
Now, here's a match that I didn't know was actually happening until I looked at this card. We have, and so I remember 2 things right now. One, the New Day are the SmackDown Tag Champs.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. And did you know they're taking on the Revival for those tag belts?
Yeah, so this could be a pre-show match for me.
Yep. Probably will be.
Yeah,
Could
there's
go.
really, I mean, the Revival, I guess they're Orton's buddies, so maybe I don't know.
We kind of have that same thing like was going on in that Raw scene. We have, the Revival and his buddy Randy Orton taking on the other side. All the belts are still kind of tied together. I see this one going either way.
Yeah, at the end of the day, this is probably the most meaningless match on the card. Or the least
rest of them,
booked. Like, I haven't even seen the New Day wasn't on the show, Revival wasn't on the show, there was no promotion for this at all.
No. A week before the show, eh? They weren't even fucking on it. Oh my
No,
god.
not at all.
Oh my god.
Another match with very little promotion. Another pre-show contender. We got Drew Gulak versus Humberto Carrillo versus Lince Dorado,
Yep.
who we mentioned earlier.
Oh,
So, hey,
hopefully this gets
Isn't
to
that
be
funny?
on the show just because I don't have time to watch the pre-show. You know what I'm saying? I
And,
hope if it's on the main card, I will watch it because I'll probably be watching
Yeah.
the main card.
and then you'll and then from that day forward, you'll be able to say that one's Inside Dorado.
Yeah, from that moment on, I'll see whatever.
Yeah, because he's actually good. He's a good.
I'm
like,
sure.
Grand
I'm
Metalik.
sure he is. You know, I'm sure he has a distinguishing tattoo that I could be like, "Yep, that's him."
Yeah, exactly.
And then be like,
so hopefully, yeah, I don't see it happening, but if they could squeeze their way onto the main show, that'd be cool.
Next up, we have the WWE Championships on the line. Kofi Kingston's defending against Randy Orton for the second time now. They last fought at SummerSlam to a no contest.
Yeah, that's unfortunate finish.
The unfortunate double count out. You know what? I think it's Kofi's time to lose. Randman's taking over.
I could see. I do think Randy's probably the guy to beat him, but I don't know. I feel like they're going to stretch this out one more time.
One more time.
Just because there's no stip on this one yet, and
Let it go to Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, because they usually have 2 cell matches, so maybe I don't know. Maybe they'll put them in the cell.
Yeah.
But maybe not. Maybe Randy will just win it.
Yeah, you know what? Kofi, of course, like Kofi winning was still my moment of the year. We'll wait for the shooties.
We'll wait for the shooties.
We'll wait for the shooties,
Yeah, that was
but
still one
Kofi
of the,
Kingston
like,
is still one of my top moments of the year.
Yeah.
The reign has been a little lackluster. Certainly, the build to it and the week or two afterwards was the most exciting part of this reign for me.
Yeah.
You know, let's get some heel heat at the top of the division, right? You know, I mean, Seth's been carrying Raw, Kofi's been carrying, Kofi, Becky Lynch. Too many faces up in this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one small thing that would maybe make me want to see him keep it for another little bit is he's 2 weeks away from surpassing Jinder Mahal's reign. The title reign length.
So if nothing, I was like, dude, we need you to be out there longer than Jinder.
Just to bump him down one notch on the record books.
On the spreadsheet of WWE champs.
The only name that really should not be there at all. But anyway, that's another topic.
That's another topic for another day, sure.
Let's skip the next one. Save that for the main event. We got Bayley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's title. So the newly turned heel Bayley, which I'm enjoying quite a bit,
against the presumably face.
Presumably,
you know what? But Charlotte's so good that I think you can put her in whichever role.
She can flip flop,
and it's just kind of like, "Okay, you're a face now." And she's like, "Okay, great. I'm gonna put on one hell of a match." And then they're gonna say, "Hey, you're a heel now." And then she's like, "Great. I'm gonna put on one hell of a match."
Yeah. Either way, this will be a good match. But I think heel Bayley should keep it here, keep it for a bit longer, do some dirty tactics.
Yeah, like we said, both women. I think all 4 of these women are going to be involved, in their own thing or in each other's, business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they should both be good, long, nice matches, good title matches.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move on. Our third tag match of the night, which will for these Raw tags, are 2 smashed together teams. One of Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman defending against he's Robert Roode now, but he's got the full beard back. And Dolph Ziggler. So this match will definitely be happening before the Universal title match, I think.
I would think so. That would make
because folks.
I feel like the Universal title match should be the main event.
Both Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman are involved in both this match and then the subsequent, probably main event, Universal Championship match.
Yeah, that's the.
So what's happening? We can kind of cover. I think both these matches will sort of depend on each other. I personally see them losing the tag belts, but Seth retaining the Universal.
Yeah,
that's how I
think
see this
it'll
happen.
go the same way as well. I think Strowman at one point will turn on Seth in the match, hit that power slam, cost them the titles, and then he'll go on to lose to Seth.
Because one thing you have to remember, folks, is that we're coming up to Survivor Series, right, where we do Raw versus SmackDown. So we're coming up on Braun Strowman needing to eliminate 5 dudes. If he needs to be on that 5-man team, he can't be champion. Because he can't eliminate 5 dudes if he's champion at Survivor Series, Because he's going to be taking on the Ran Man or something like that. You think the Ran Man's jobbing out to Braun Strowman? Fuck that. Seth Rollins retains.
Yeah, Seth Rollins retains. Goes on to face The Fiend at Hell in a Cell.
At Hell in a Cell, where he loses gracefully to...
Yeah, and then The Fiend dominates for a long time.
For the next 2.5 years. He has 750 combined days, shatters Pete Dunne's record, shatters CM Punk's record.
Brock Lesnar, all those.
All
fellas.
those people.
Fellers.
He says, Bruno, I'm coming for you, bud.
Bruno, yeah, I'm coming for you.
I'm coming for
Until
you, bud.
A congenial heart defect tragically ends the run.
R.I.P.
Sorry. No, hopefully not. But that is the Clash of Champions. Every single match. Hopefully the 24/7 title will pop up in there somewhere.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. And hopefully it'll be a formal match, even if it's just 10 seconds. Get them in the ring, ring the bell, ding, ding, let's go.
Get him in the bell. Ding, ding, ding. Quick dong. We all go home happy.
Yeah,
Right?
something like that.
Something like that. And there you have it, folks. That is the pay-per-view. That's Clash of Champions 2019. There you have it. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be great.
Yeah, live from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Live from Charlotte, North Carolina, folks. There's only one more thing that we usually have time for here on the show. It is our Wrestler of the Week.
It's the wrestler of the week, of the week. Wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week, of the week, of the week. The wrestler of the week.
Wrestler of the Week. I love this segment. I love the song.
Wrestler.
I love everything. I love everything
Yeah.
about it. You know what? As it always goes, the week before a pay per view, there's very, very little wrestling. Mike, do you have a Wrestler of the Week right now?
I do. Yeah, this week was pretty easy for me based on his wrestling, his hot streak he's been on, and Chad Gable. I'm happy to see that he is in the finals. He would be an amazing winner for the King of the Ring, but it's just great either way that he's been on this little push here.
There you go. That's a great answer. I'd love to see Chad Gable come out, I guess, next Monday with that
That crown.
with that crown. You know what? I'm taking a bit of a sidestep. I'm giving my my Wrestler of the Week to Enes Kanter, one-time 24/7 champ.
All right.
You know, why the heck not? I think it's great. You know, I mean, a guy like that was probably a huge basketball fan when he was a kid. Or sorry, wow. Probably
He was a huge basketball
he clearly a huge basketball fan when he was a kid. Well, he was, clearly a huge, if he was a huge wrestling fan when he was a kid and he got the chance to be up there, I think that's so cool. You know,
All right.
like,
I think he was just probably a huge kid in general.
well, he was probably like a 6'6" 6-year-old. You know,
and he had like a mustache.
and he just gets to, go out there, etch his name in the record books, and then walk out.
Yeah. Oh, if I was him, I'd totally be buying a replica 24/7 title and be hanging it in my house and shit. You know.
I'm sure they'd give him one, like as a thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah. And if they didn't, I would. Either way,
And-
he's forever a champion in the
He's
history books.
in on Wikipedia, he will always be there.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like those Saturday Night Live guys who can say they fought at WrestleMania.
There exactly. And
Snooki has won a match. And
Gronk
all these other
speared
things.
someone, speared
Gronk,
Jinder
yeah, the
Mahal
Gronk.
at WrestleMania. Like
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's fun. It is fun. When the celebrities, when you can tell they're into it, it's always good.
exactly. It's a lot of fun. So way to go, bud. Way to go.
There you go.
And folks, that's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to catch Clash of Champions this weekend, because we'll be watching it, I'm sure, and we'll definitely give you.
Yeah. We'll
We'll
come back next week with a review. There'll be NXT television debut. Will the prophecy be complete for the Undisputed Era?
Will the era be golden?
Yeah.
Probably.
We'll at least talk about some of that stuff.
We'll at least talk about some of that stuff because there's a chance if we're recording, here on a Thursday. There's a chance that NXT television would have happened the night before. We have to be on our fucking game now, which means, Mike, you know what that means we need? We need now an NXT little jingle because it's a new segment now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is its own thing.
While we're on it, we should get some Raw and SmackDown jingles too.
we could fill out the.
To fill out the audio log. Mike, you work on the Raw theme. I'll do the SmackDown theme, and we'll come together, and it'll be a great little. We each get to do. Unless you want to do SmackDown, and I'll handle Raw.
I don't know. No, let's.
I'm saying for
that's
next
fine,
week
Raw.
we're gonna have
No, I could do something raw, gritty. I feel like I can do some heavy, raw, gritty.
great, and it can be 7 seconds, no more than 7 seconds.
Yeah, it'll be quick, like our review jingle.
It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect, and we'll have one for NXT, and we already got one for AEW and New Japan. Like we're set. Then we'll be fucking set.
Oh yeah, Love the jingles. That stay tuned for the EP, the Shoot Brothers Band.
Yeah, the SB EP. It's coming out.
40 tracks with a 12-minute runtime.
Folks, that's all the time we have here. Remember, you can rate, review, like, and subscribe to the podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. I'm Cameron Osborne. I sit here with Mike Shepard every single week, and we just love talking about wrestling.
Yes, we enjoy it as much as we hope you enjoy listening.
We do, folks. Okay, Mike, we'll talk later because shit, I think we have I think I have some wrestling I got to go watch right now. God damn it.
Yeah, and some Chell this weekend. Got some Chelling to do.
Got some chelling to do. It's going to be a busy weekend for everyone, folks. Thanks for listening.
man.
We'll see you next time.
Shoot.